You might be asking why I might be freezing my maters. Well, I'm getting fixing to tell you. Come on, watch this. Hey, why would I be freezing my tomatoes? Because this is how I get them peeled so easy. Most people might scald them, throw them in an ice bath, and peel them that way. You get the same result if you throw them in the freezer. They'll just slide right off of them after they thaw. Now we're fixing to make some salsa today. So come on, I'll see you back here tomorrow once these suckers are thawed out. Hey, so it's the next day. What you're gonna find is there's gonna be a lot of shrinkage. So I was able to take the other bowl of tomatoes and throw them in this bowl of tomatoes. And I want to show you something. What you can expect is a whole lot of water. Now we want to get rid of that water. Okay? We want to get rid of that water. So I have sterilized my sink, and I'm basically going to dump these in the sink. So here we go. All right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is get all these tomatoes peeled. Now, I've got my pot sitting on the other sink, and it's just very simple. I'm just going to use my fingers. What I'm trying to do is just take the skins off, okay, and, any other bits or pieces that I don't want. See how that just slides right off? And we're just going to grab that core with our fingers, pull everything away, and we are left with just that. We don't want that, and all we have here is the meat. And that's going to go in our other pot. We're going to throw all of our extra stuff. We'll throw it in there. And we'll just set that right there. So here, let's do it again. Slide that skin right off. See how that just slides right off? Throw that away. We're going to just kind of separate the core from the meat. We're going to be left with that. Meat goes in here. Make sure that, nothing you don't want in your salsa goes in this pot, okay? All right, let's just get to it then. All right, so maybe you're not as lucky as I am to have a great neighbor who gave me all his extra tomatoes he didn't want to mess with this year. It's okay. You don't need to have tomatoes. You can buy diced tomatoes, okay? Drain all the liquid out that you can. Use those as your base. They're pretty inexpensive. Only a little over $1 a can at Walmart. So I'm going to add 2 cans to mine just because last year I ran out. I don't like running out of my salsa. So I'm going to add 2 of these. to my tomatoes. Okay, so here's the thing. Get ready to pause the video because right now I'm going to insert a recipe for salsa. All right, I hope you got that down. Now you can use any recipe you want. That's just a basic recipe. I don't like cilantro in my salsa, okay? So I'm not going to put cilantro in my salsa. I can jalapenos as well. But I'm going to put 2 of those into my salsa because we like a little bit of spice, but not a ton. And what I will do is use last year's jalapenos, and then I will can fresh ones for this year. Also, I had some sweet peppers that I grow out front. I'm going to add those. However, I always keep these in the freezer as well, and I'm going to throw these in there too. Here is my salsa seasoning. Now, I make this by the quart. This will probably have enough to do this batch this year, and I'll have to make another batch. But this will last me quite a few years. I think this has lasted me about 3 years, to be honest. So anyway, on with the cooking. Oh, a skin. All right. So as you've seen, there is a ton of water in this salsa. So for the next 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to cook it down because we kind of like ours thick. So at this point, I'm going to stop recording, and when we come back, it's going to be ready. I'll see you then. So hey, we're back, and it's good and thick. Now, let's give it a taste and see what it tastes like. It's pretty hot, so be careful. Oh, dang. That's good. Okay, so let's get our jars out of the oven. Now, if you're wondering why my jars are in the oven, I might just ask you to go to the Canning Corn for Beginners video, because that will give you a basic 101 on canning. And even though I pressure can in that video, the preparation of the jars is the same. All right, we got half our jars out. Now, this next part you may not have to do. I like my salsa a little chunky, but not too chunky, kind of a mixture. So I'm going to give it a go round with this. Not extensively, just a little bit. And that's all I'm going to do with that. All right. Now we're going to fill it with a 1-inch headspace. 1-inch headspace. That's basically the first rung on your jar. Now we're going to water bath can these. And remember that the reason we're going to water bath can them is because I added 1 cup of lemon juice and 1 cup of lime juice. That added acidity to the salsa. which means it's safe to water can. Gotta wipe your jars. You don't want them not to set. You might hear one of those lids pop. Do not be fooled, it's not sealed. I couldn't have planned that better if I tried. Wear an apron. Whew, it's hot. All right, now don't forget your canning time doesn't start until after you're at a rolling boil. And salsa's gonna water bath for 40 minutes. So I'll be back as soon as we're at a rolling boil. All right, everybody, we are at a rolling boil. You see that? And we're gonna set our timer for 40 minutes. Be back in 40 minutes. All right. 40 minutes is up. Let's take them out. Nothing like it. I love my homemade salsa. It's so much better than the store-bought stuff. I just wanted to end this with just a few reminders. Don't forget, you've got to add acid if you want to water bath your salsa. Lemon juice, lime juice, citric acid, or vinegar. And make sure the vinegar is 5%. When you water bath, the water needs to be over the lids. Sometimes you need to place a plate or something heavy on the jars to make them stay under the water as well. Now, if you have any questions, ask them below. I'll be watching. I'll answer your questions. Otherwise, get to it. Enjoy your salsa, because I'm sure going to enjoy mine. Mmm. Mmm.